And welcome back. As we go ahead and wrap up our lessons on C, there's one thing that we need to talk about before we kind of conclude things, which is that of pointers. So pointers are something that's kind of unique to C. And so first off, let's just kind of introduce them by showing how we can create these pointers. We can get the memory address of a variable with the reference operator. And we've seen this already before. So for example, if I have an int called my age, and I said, let's say to 43, and then I want to print out those values, we can do that. And we've seen this ampersand before when we are trying to reference a variable. Now, if I, of course, use this, it says mod p here. One of the things that's different, because we've seen mod d, which of course gives us the variable value, but if I say mod p, what does it give us? Well, it's going to give us the memory address. So this mod p is, of course, short for pointer. Pointers are simply a variable that stores the memory address of another variable as its value. And a pointer variable is what points to a data type of the same type and is created with the star operator. So let's look at how we can put this into a variable that can actually be some use to us. So the address of the variable you're working with is assigned to the pointer. So in here we have int my age is 43. We're going to say int star pointer, or PTR, equals ampersand my age. So this is showing that this is a pointer variable. Again, you can see it's designated with the asterisk here. And then we're going to output the value of my age. So this is just something that we're exactly already used to. So this is just like, I'm just calling the variable, I'm just printing it out. And then I want to, let's say, output the memory address of that. I can do the same thing, but notice now we're using that mod p because we're wanting to get the pointer, so the memory address there. And then we can, of course, also output the memory address of my age with the pointer. So this is, we would output the PTR variable. Now, that is a great way for us to create references. But what about dereferencing? Well, in this case, we are showing how the pointer variable can be used to get the memory address of variable used together with the ampersand reference operator. You can also get the value of variable the pointer points to by using that star operator, which again is called the dereference operator in this case. So again, here if we look at this one, we have int star PTR goes ampersand my age. And so you'll see when we do this, our reference operator is doing mod p / n PTR. So this is going to get the pointer reference. And when I dereference that, you can see now we're switching to our familiar mod d, which of course is going to return an int value. So this is going to be whatever that int value is here. So a couple last notes on pointers here. Note that the star sign could be a little confusing because you notice we're using it in both things. All right, when using the declaration in star p tr, it creates a pointer variable. When you're not using it in the declaration though, it's acting as a dereference operator. Now, pointers are very unique in C because they help it stand out from other programming languages. And why is that? Well, in C, they allow us to manipulate the data in the computer's memory directly. All right, we don't have that same kind of access in other programming languages necessarily. Now, pointers, though, because we can dive right into a computer's memory, have to be handled carefully because it's possible to damage any data that's stored in other memory addresses. So whenever you are dealing with pointers, the important thing is to be careful so you don't accidentally overwrite data that you would otherwise consider to be safe. And so let's just go ahead and give a quick demonstration of that. So you can see we have our variable set up here. Here's our declaration of that pointer variable. And then, of course, we're going to reference and then dereference this. So let's just go ahead and give that a quick run. And you can see it's printing out 43. This is outputting the value of that variable right here. So boom, ampersand my age. And then right here is the same thing, except instead of relying on this ampersand command, we are using the pointer variable to return that. And then here we are simply just dereferencing it, because you can see we're using the asterisk here to dereference whatever is in PTR. Tell me what is the variable actually storing. It's storing 43. And that's going to kind of wrap things up for C.